traveling with pets can create wonderful memories, but it's important to know what you need to pack before hitting the road, and planning is everything. This morning, to help us to prep for our next adventure with our furry friends, we welcome animal care expert Ariel McTavish of Pet Valu. Thank you so much for coming in, Ariel.
Thank you so much for having us.
And you brought in your dog, Bear,
yes,
who is beautiful. Bear is a beauty. Bear had to travel here to get to the station today.
He did.
So,
yeah.
And look at how calm Bear is.
He's a pretty good boy.
He's a very good boy. So Bear is a shining example of how pets can be calm in the car, but that's because you know what you're doing and you've taken the steps to prepare for the trip.
Yeah, absolutely. Preparation is definitely key, especially with a nervous dog like Bear. He is an enthusiastic traveler. He definitely enjoys being on the road and camping, staying in hotels and everything, but he does best when he knows the expectations, and obviously when we have everything that he needs.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get ourselves set up for success. So let's begin with items that you can get that are specifically for making travel more
absolutely,
I guess, easy and
yeah,
clean.
For sure.
What have you got here?
So key for us when we travel, of course, is safety. So he has a Kurgo car harness, and the reason I like the Kurgos is that they are crash tested. So they have a little connector that ties right onto the seatbelt, so that, you know how like when your car stops in an accident, your seatbelt retracts?
Yes.
And, yeah, so it connects directly to that mechanism. So keeps him nice and safe, keeps him from sliding around too much. And then we also have the bench car seat covers to help keep the car clean. He's a hairy boy, picks up lots of sand at the beach, so we've been a long time user of any of the car seat covers.
Yeah, so there we go. This is one of the car seat covers here, and this calm woman putting in this very clean car, I cannot relate at all, but I can relate to wanting to keep your vehicle clean.
Yeah.
And I understand that, yes, somebody like Bear, because when you're traveling, you never know what the conditions are going to be. Yes, you're going to the beach. Bear is a beautiful animal, but so much for basically Bear is a Swiffer.
He is a Swiffer.
So he's going to pick up anything in the environment that he's in.
He picks up everything. So we do also travel with waterless shampoo. It comes out in like a mousse that you can just kind of massage in there. It helps loosen up some of the dirt and dander and sticks and whatnot that he picks up. And then we also keep some tick repellent on hand. So we use the Atlantic, which is a Nova Scotia product. And we keep that on hand for him and ourselves as well.
Okay, so we've got a little zoom in right now. So we have the tick repellent here. Poop bags, always good to have extra of those in the vehicle, because you never know where you're going to have to stop. What do we have here?
Yeah, so this is actually a tick remover. So it goes on, you can put it on your keychain is where I keep mine. Some folks keep them on like their little doggy go bags.
Yeah.
And you literally just pop it right on where you find your tick and slide it over, and it'll help get that tick out and remove the head so that it's not floating around in there.
Have a little tick kit right in the car, because then it's great for travel or just walking to the dog park or to the woods. Oh my gosh. Bear, you understood the assignment today, didn't you? Didn't you? All right, let's talk about keeping the animal calm with treats. I'm very intrigued by this concept.
For sure. So Bear is a nervous boy, and he's always been a shy guy. So particularly for in the car, he doesn't like when we used to have bridge tolls. He didn't like the bridge men, we call them. So we do have a variety of calming treats that we've kind of cycled through over the years. And typically they're a mix of chamomile and L-theanine, so totally natural, can be used in conjunction with whatever else they have for an anxiety management plan. And he takes one of those before we go on a trip, and then if we're taking a longer road trip, we will also make sure to stop a couple times along the way, let him out, let him have a pee, stretch his legs, and then if he needs it, we can give him another calming treat as well at that time.
Wonderful. That sounds very, very easy. The little vessel there, is that a water container?
Yeah, so those guys are great. They're a human water bottle, but then the bottom piece of silicone there pops right off and makes a nice little dog water bowl.
That's cool. We'll grab that. Here,
yeah,
I'm gonna grab that camera, people. Taking it?
Yeah, I can pop it off here.
Yeah, okay.
So it just...
That's genius.
It's so handy. I have this exact one at home, actually, and it's well loved and well used for sure.
For sure. So you could fill it with water, and you could, and the dog could both drink out of it. You could pour the water in and just pour it into a cup for yourself.
Yep. And then that way nobody's having to share.
I love it.
Yeah. And then if they're not fans of water bowls, there's even like water bottle options where it literally just comes out like this, and you give it a good squirt, and the water fills up in a little trough.
Good to go.
All right. Lots of options.
With the last about 30 seconds we have, you brought a couple of other items that maybe people wouldn't have thought of: a traveling dog bed and a life preserver for dogs.
Yeah. So we do have. There's lots of life preservers available. They're definitely like a newer item. And they are weighted, so it is something that's best to come in and get fitted professionally, just so that nobody's slipping around in there. But they're super handy. Bear's not a great swimmer. He's not really, he loves the beach, but not the water. So having a life jacket when we were teaching him to swim was definitely something that we benefited from. And then, yeah, always bringing a comfort item like a bed or a blanket, something that smells like home. He's been taught the cue in your bed, so wherever we put his bed, wherever we're staying, hotel, campground, what have you, right on there.
Perfect. All right, Ariel, thank you so much.
No
Thank
problem.
you, Bear. You did a great job. Well, you're welcome. And we're going to take a break and be back with more CTV Morning Live right after this. We have put a link to Pet Valu so that you can learn more about or visit the one in your community. They're all over Atlantic Canada. We'll be back in about 2 minutes' time.